3, 2, 1. You ready? You're listening to the Real Pineapple Podcast Network. Thank you so much for listening. This is The Real Pineapple. This is Hunter here, and I'm here with a friend who's back from, what was that? Luke Cage Season 2. That was the last thing we reviewed,
Guess
right?
who's back? Back again.
KJ's back, tell a friend.
Yeah, totally.
Welcome back, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
I wish you were here for a better movie.
Oh, me too. Me too. But, just to get in the spirit, because Venom's coming out next week.
It
which,
is.
It's like we actually get a Venom movie, which I don't know whether I'm happy or sad about at this point.
Yeah.
I was actually much sadder when I found out it was PG-13, but that's not what we're talking about right now.
So we're reviewing Spider-Man 3, but we actually never reviewed the Venom trailer. So take a few minutes here. I love Tom Hardy.
I do too.
He's genuinely one of my
Tom
favorite
Hardy.
actors. I mean, right? He's really handsome. And
super dreamy.
What's that show he had on FX?
Taboo. It was
which was good.
I thought it was good. The only thing I kind of hated about it was it was trying to be too taboo almost. We get it. It's like you're a bad person. You know what I mean? You don't need to fuck your sister. Oh, sorry, spoiler alert.
Yeah, true. I mean,
it's actually, it establishes it pretty quick in the show.
It does.
So.
I do agree. I think the show almost leans into its own premise a little too much.
Yeah.
But as far as him as an actor, I've always liked him and stuff. He was in, what was that buff movie? Lawless, I think it was?
He was in Lawless. Inception. He was fucking great in Inception. He was Bane in The Dark Knight. It's like, other than the fact that he sounded like Sean Connery, he was pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good. Also, he was in that movie Warrior that I fucking adore.
Oh, but did you ever see Bronson?
I didn't.
Ooh, Bronson. Because the thing is, you can't even tell it's Tom Hardy in that movie.
Okay.
He's about 50 pounds heavier and just he's bald and just looks like he would just wreck shop on everything. It's an amazing movie though.
Okay.
Yeah. So Bronson, that's my recommendation for Tom Hardy if you haven't seen it.
Fair enough. And I'm gonna go for Warrior because I fucking love that movie. So
it is a good movie.
So the thing is, if Venom is bad, I don't think it'll be Tom Hardy's fault.
No.
But I will say it's kind of like not quite as bad, but it's like if I don't know, let's say someone like Fox was like, hey, you know what we should do? A Gambit movie. Well, why hasn't Gambit been in any of the other core X-Men movies? Don't worry about it. It's
what are you
fine.
talking about? He was in X-Men Origins.
Yeah,
right?
that's
a core movie, right?
I don't count. I don't like that movie. That might be the one superhero movie I actually like less than Spider-Man 3. Is X-Men Origins.
You actually, I might be with you on that one too, because I really don't like Spider-Man 3, but I really, really didn't like X-Men Origins.
Well, I remember the excitement I felt when they're like, oh, Deadpool's going to be in it. And they're like, oh, Ryan Reynolds.
No, I think actually you and I had the same problem with it, because I fucking love Deadpool, and Ryan Reynolds, it's like, I don't really typically like Ryan Reynolds, but I did acknowledge, like, if anybody's going to be Deadpool, he'd be a fucking amazing Deadpool. Yeah. And then what they did to him...
was so sad.
Oh my god. But they redeemed themselves in Deadpool 2, so it's totally fine.
They did redeem themselves, but that, I think, for all that hype I had, because I think Hugh Jackman, even though I think he's been given, I disagree heavily with your co-host OJ. OJ, still love you, buddy.
Hello.
The way they portrayed Wolverine in those X-Men movies, I was like, he should always be scarier. So when Logan finally hit, I went, this is how Wolverine should be. I know they can't push it too far. But even, like, the what was it, the X2 scene with the battle in the mansion? When
honestly, is the hottest that Hugh Jackman has ever been, ever in the history of ever, when he's all, just somebody shoot me! I'm like, oh, baby. I'd let you shoot me all day.
Damn.
And I don't even think Hugh Jackman's hot.
I think he is charming as all get out.
Oh, no, he's charming as hell.
So I like, if he's like, I can't even do an Australian. Would you like to put some shrimp on the bottom? Nailed Australia.
Yes, totally nailed it.
Dear Hunter, you do a terrible accent of us. Love Australia.
Yeah. Hugh Jackman's like, and you suck.
Thanks. I'll sit there, I was like, Australian, go for it, sure.
It's just basically like you do a little British, but then you kind of add some Southern to it, like squeeze it around and Cuisinart, and then...
I was just thinking about the Outback steak.
Oh, like, Outback Steakhouse.
Yeah.
It's Australian for beer.
Yeah, basically. But saying that about Australian people, it makes you think that someone in Australia sees those Popeyes commercials and thinks that's how all black people
Oh my god, can you imagine? It was like, love that chicken from Popeyes.
It's like, oh, you guys don't sound like that. TV
No, every black person sounds like that, come on.
Yeah.
You all look like Lil Wayne, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, and you all like rap and...
Kalani's right, every black person sounds like that, but she forgot the part where it goes in Tyler Perry movies. Because,
damn it, I did.
Because, yeah.
I'm sorry.
That's how they all sound.
Well, I've never seen a Tyler Perry movie.
Have you not?
No.
Oh, you've dodged a bullet, friend.
Well, yeah.
There's one coming out in a month, and I'm just like, great.
Ooh, is it Boo 3?
It's not.
No.
It's I can't even remember what it's called, but it's got Whoopi Goldberg and Tiffany Haddish in it.
Oh, poor Tiffany.
Yeah, I was.
Does Whoopi know she's got an Oscar and she doesn't have to put up with that shit?
I don't know. She has an Oscar, an Emmy, and a Grammy, right?
Oh, she's what the hell is it? It's like
the term, yeah.
The term she's got because she's like one of the 5
and a Tony,
people.
that's what it is.
Yeah, because it's like there's an actual term for it because John Legend just got it too, and it's like there's an actual term for it, but I can't remember what it is. But it's like there's like only 5 people I think that actually have like the Grammy, an Academy Award, an Emmy, and a Tony. But I can't remember what the hell the term is.
Yeah, oh god, what is it?
An EGOT.
There you go.
An EGOT.
Yeah. So, alright, now that we've randomly talked about Venom and EGOT, let's talk about Spider-Man 3. And I just gotta say, I remember seeing this, so, as I said on the podcast...
How old were you when you saw Spider-Man 2?
I was... 18?
Okay.
18, yeah.
You were still young, Hunter, not super jaded yet.
Yeah, exactly. Before
the world hadn't kicked you in the balls just yet.
The world hadn't baned me, hadn't broken me. Yeah, the news is rough right now. But anyway. Yeah. Topical. But I remember seeing this because Spider-Man, as I've said on multiple podcasts, is my favorite superhero character. I've always loved how he's just a genuinely earnest, I guess like the best comparison I can make is like an appropriate amount of optimism, like to like a SpongeBob extent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because when he's down, he's like not.
He's not bitchy about it.
Yeah, he's not emo about it. I mean, he's always struggled, for the most part, he's always struggled with financial stuff and balancing his relationships, and it always comes across so genuine.
And he's a nerd and a half, so it's like, so basically he's struggling with being a dork on top of all of that. Yeah. You know what I mean? But no, and that's one of the things I do like about Spider-Man. Spider-Man, it's like, it probably should get this out here quickly.
Yep, that's it.
Spider-Man is not one of my favorite superheroes. I know, it's so gross.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I enjoy Spider-Man and stuff like that, but my older sister, Spider-Man's her fucking favorite. Her absolute fucking favorite. And so my older sister actually, she had it where for the first Spider-Man, when the first Spider-Man came out, she went multiple times in one day to go see Spider-Man.
Damn.
So, Spider-Man 3, me, my husband, our buddy, and Malia go see it. I think it was her 4th viewing of Spider-Man 3 when we went.
Okay.
And it's like, okay, so it's like we're going to see Spider-Man 3. So fortunately we brought a flask. And had smoked a joint before.
Nice.
Because my God, it's like if I hadn't, holy shit, I would have like been very angry at myself. So we're watching the movie, we're sitting there and Malia's like, she's like, just like, she's still like enthralled with it because she still likes it. She admitted it was shit. Yeah. That was the thing. She admitted it was shit, but she was like, it's like if there's still some good shit that happens, this and that, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
My husband and our buddy are sitting there drinking this flask, and it's a big flask too. That's the thing. It wasn't like a flask. I mean, it was like, it literally probably was a bottle of whiskey that was shaped like a flask.
Fair enough.
You know what I mean? And they're fucking drunk as shit. Like, we're talking like maybe a quarter way through the movie, they are drunk as shit.
Oh, damn.
And so basically halfway through the movie, they're just like, this is boring. And I mean, out loud in the middle of a fucking crowded theater, the day Spider-Man 3 comes out, right?
Yeah.
And like, I'm fucking bored. This is fucking stupid. What the fuck are we doing here? Can we go? And I mean, they're talking like super loud, and I'm like, oh my God, fuck. So going to the movies with my husband and, my friends when they're drunk is really fun.
Yeah. Sounds
super
like it. Sounds like it. So I remember seeing this with my friend Robbie, and sitting there thinking, okay, Spider-Man, because I love the hell out of the first Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Willem Dafoe looks like a Power Ranger, but you find out
what?
but you find out though that they designed the suit like that so you do his own stunt. So I kind of go like, okay, that's admirable.
And things like that I can totally let go. And it's Willem fucking Dafoe. know. I can let a lot go from Willem Dafoe.
He's another one of our. I love Willem Dafoe.
He's gonna be an Aquaman.
He is, which I'm actually excited to see.
I'm actually super stoked.
In Spider-Man 2, I another guy I've mentioned a lot how much I love Patton Oswalt. He says that Spider-Man 2 is his favorite comic book movie, and I just go, how?
Okay, so I'm not a big Spider-Man dude.
Yeah.
I fucking love Spider-Man 2.
Really?
I fucking love
really?
Spider-Man 2. Because I saw Spider-Man.
Okay.
I saw the first Spider-Man. I was like, that was good. It's like I liked it. I appreciated the fact that Tobey, he actually had his hands down. When he was climbing up the walls, he actually had his hands in the same way when they draw Spider-Man.
Yep.
He had all of that shit down, which I actually completely appreciated.
I do too.
I fucking love Spider-Man 2. I don't know what it is about it, but I was like, Spider-Man, fuck yeah! After Spider-Man 2, it was great.
So for me, Spider-Man 2, I hate the way that Doc Ock doesn't have a costume. It drives me fucking insane.
I just hated he didn't have a shirt.
Yeah,
if he'd had a shirt, I would have been okay.
Even if they gave him a yellow shirt, you could kind of go hey, this is an inspiration of Ultimates. But they couldn't even do that. I was so he just looked like a bum.
Yeah, shirtless Alfred Molina is not good.
Yeah,
no.
It would be like a bum getting the Green Lantern ring. It would
just be yeah, I'm actually probably going to go home since I watched Spider-Man 3. I'm probably going to watch Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2 because because then I'll just feel much better about myself.
Fair enough. But this movie, though...
It's a clusterfuck. I mean... It's because if you remember back during the time, it's you gotta remember this is back in the dark time when we didn't have as many superhero movies, and pretty much the superhero movies you got were fucking Spider-Man at this point.
Yep.
And Spider-Man 1 and 2 were so well received and actually pretty fucking good. Yep. You're like, Spider-Man 3, dude, this is a slam fucking dunk. And the problem is, though, what happened, and basically this is how it all fucking started, what happened was studio wanted Venom.
Yep.
Sam Raimi didn't want Venom.
Nope.
Because Sandman was the villain, and they were going to have some Green Goblin shit with Harry.
Yep.
But they were like, no, we need to have Venom in this movie. Because Venom is if you go through, Spider-Man stuff, it's one of the most popular villains of Spider-Man.
Yeah. What kills me about this is that it's not Sam Raimi's fault. It's really not.
No.
Sam Raimi clearly understood that two villains is perfect, which is why the rumors I'm hearing about Spider-Man Far From Home is that it might have Vulture, Mysterio, and Chameleon, and I'm like, that's a lot.
Vulture though, it's I could see kind of taking a back seat though, because the thing is he knows it's Peter, you know what I mean? So it's not he knows exactly where to find him. It's and he's not going to tell everybody because he didn't tell him, at the end. Yeah. So,
and Scorpion. So I'm just kind of okay, let's tone it back a little bit.
Yeah. So this is where we got our first taste of overloaded villain superhero movie.
Yeah. So we got not the Green Goblin. It's but it's not Hobgoblin.
He's not Hobgoblin. He's what did fucking Toby call him? Little Goblin.
Little Goblin.
Little Goblin could cry.
Yeah. He's like Surfer Goblin basically. Yeah. So James Franco, sexually assaulting women, allegedly. Sorry, for legal reasons, we have to say allegedly. But he made that movie Palo Alto about him hooking up with a 16-year-old. But whatever. What do I know? Anyway,
you're just a girl in the world, dude.
Yeah.
That's all we'll let you be, Hunter.
Hey, I'm just connecting the dots here, but allegedly. Yeah, okay.
He's allegedly connecting the dots.
Exactly, but anywho, but Franco though in this, I will say he does play a really good Harry Osborn because he's just such a prick in this.
Oh yeah,
the scene.
Well, okay, he's such a prick.
Yeah,
but then it's he has points where it's he's completely opposite, and it's weird.
Yeah.
Because of the massive head injuries that Harry Osborn takes in this fucking movie, my god.
Oh my god, he looked like Troy Aikman out there.
Right?
He had some mace shots and he took the head.
I was just waiting for him to be like Junior Seau himself or something. Because
damn.
I love Junior Seau. I'm just saying. It's that's how many head injuries there were, okay, for Harry.
Oh, Jesus Christ, that's dark. But
have you met me?
True, I have. But it's true. He gets hit in the head at least 8 times.
That I can think of.
Yeah, off the top of my head, I can think of at least 8 times.
Yeah.
When Peter does do the the trip line thing, and he hits his neck and goes crashing into the trash can, and I went, oh shit, okay, that was pretty violent.
I hope he's got a metal plate or something.
Yeah, but so the plot of this is really simple. This movie's about Peter Parker trying to go ahead and balance his life between being Spider-Man and just being Peter Parker.
And having an ungrateful girlfriend like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Fuck!
Yeah, Harry Osborn, played by, of course, James Franco, trying to avenge the death of his father, which the butler did a great job of squishing that altercation before it
got too out of hand. I mean, there was some stabbing and stuff in between these, and Spider-Man may have thrown a grenade at Harry's face, but they worked it out before that, so it's
exactly. And Kirsten Dunst's Mary Jane Watson, the shittiest girlfriend in the world. Oh my god, this woman,
fucking worst.
So the thing about Mary Jane is that their relationship is always more about just the timing being off, not about them like arguing or bitching to each other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
it's usually like she's doing something and it's like he's Spider-Manning, or it's like
yeah.
It's never like they don't see eye to eye about stuff. It's never like. It's like, you just don't respect me and understand me. How could you not know I'm sad?
The thing that's frustrating about this is that so she's doing a play on Broadway and Peter's being Spider-Man Q, and she gets fired from the play, which I will say in the most dick way possible.
Well, but that's show business, honey.
True. They went like, oh, like someone's supposed to call Regent, and she walks into the rehearsal and someone else is doing. Playing her part.
A way better job too.
Yeah, she was a better singer. Like that is something I will say. I went, I was like, I love you, Mary Jane, but this girl's way better than you.
Yeah.
It's like Solange versus Beyonce. It's like if you heard Solange, you'd be like, all right, that was okay, I guess. But then Beyonce comes in and does her whole, or how she
or whatever the Beyonce thing.
Yeah, like
her Queen Bee thing.
Yeah, exactly. Don't want to upset the beehive, but you're welcome. But so she's just complaining about the play, and Peter to his credit, he's like, "Look, like I'm so proud of you," but she won't tell him that she got fired, so he keeps being really nice, and so
but he also tries to explain it's like because it's really hard being Spider-Man and being in the public eye, in the sense. She's like, "It's not about you." I know, sorry, that's exactly what she sounds like to me in the movie, so it's like, she might not talk like that, but it's like, it's not about you, it's about me, why don't you talk about me?
But the thing is, like, where he's going through all that, and you're kind of going like, okay, you're talking about yourself, but then he goes like, so I understand the sort of pressure you're under every night, like he spins it back away and went, oh, he's still about her in this.
He's totally about her.
And she goes, like, you don't understand, you couldn't possibly understand. I went, whoa, he's trying to talk to you here. Now, this is where I'm kind of torn on this next part. So there's a point where he saves Bryce Dallas Howard, Gwen Stacy, who...
Which isn't it funny, though, that they got the blonde to be the redhead and the redhead's blonde?
Yeah. I do find... I do find humor in that. But, come on. Bryce Dallas Howard is Kirsten Dunst. I mean...
that's a step up.
Yeah, that's a step up. I mean, Bryce Dallas Howard is...
I think I just thought it was weird, too. It was like when they had Gwen Stacy and Mary Jane in the same movie. Because that's the thing. Mary Jane and Gwen Stacy don't meet ever. Because if you know about Spider-Man, Gwen Stacy was actually his first girlfriend who kind of sort of died. And it was tragic. And he met Mary Jane after that.
Yep.
So it's weird to see like them in the same place.
No, I agree. And what I found kind of funny about it is that Gwen, she freaks out in a way that a jealous girlfriend would, like, who would poison your food does. Because there's a point where she walks up when they're at dinner, Gwen Stacy does, to Peter and MJ, and she goes, "Oh my gosh, Peter, it's so good to see you. Like, thanks for helping in science."
And we're literally talking about like being a lab partner. It's like, and if you have those notes from like Dr. Connor's class, which, oh my god, I swear to God, they kept dragging that Connors thing out. We never. Oh my god,
that's something that bothers me. So,
sorry.
Dylan, I can't think of the guy's last name, but he
you totally recognize him.
Yeah, but he's the one who played Dr. Kurt Connors in all the Spider-Man movies. And Spider-Man 4 was supposed to be the Lizard.
Finally.
And then they're just like, oh, we're not doing Spider-Man 4.
Well, because of Spider-Man 3.
Yeah.
That's exactly why they were doing it.
And then, of course, they do the Amazing Spider-Man, and the first villain is a fucking Lizard. I was like, gosh dang. I'm sure that actor, he was like, the fuck?
Okay? It's like, I was there 3 movies, even for the shitty one. Come on.
Yeah, I poor guy. But,
yeah.
But Mary Jane just freaks out. She's like, why have you ever mentioned her to me? Why didn't you mention she's your lab partner?
Well, and no, I love the part that it's like she's my lab partner.
Yeah, like we're not fucking.
Well, no, the thing is, it's like, well, and I think that's kind of like one of the funny things too, because it's like, because the way that women perceive things, the way that men perceive things, especially when you're dating, like, I would think it was like, if, like, let's say for instance, like my boyfriend would like had a lab partner who was hot or something like that. I'd want that information, but I wouldn't be like super crazy about it. But I'm also not a crazy bitch. So, True. But I have also seen it where I've had friends though. It's like, because it's like I did have a friend who had her boyfriend was like, it's like, which this is funny in itself. His lab partner was actually a cheerleader.
Okay.
And she was fucking pissed. And it's like, you don't get to pick your lab partner, you know what I mean? It's like you're kind of like, that's your lab partner. It's like, you don't, it's not like, okay, who's taking who here? You know? Yeah. So I was just like, it's like, I was just like, okay, it's like, and I mean, you could tell he was super sincere. It's like, she's my lab partner. And she was just pissed that she was hotter than she was. That's exactly what it was.
Yeah. And like, Peter's like, genuinely like,
Gwen might have been a little handsy. I will say that, but... Still,
I've been in that situation because I'm so handsome, where I'm out with someone and someone might come up and be like, "Oh hey, actually okay, this is really random, but I was dressed as Santa for Santa Crawl, and we went to Flowing Tide.
So who's sitting on your lap?
This random girl whose name I can't remember.
Of course it was some random girl you can't remember.
She was white and brunette, so I was like, oh, hey. She's like,
like, sit on Papa Hunter's lap.
Yeah, and she actually offered. She was like, can I sit on your lap, Santa? And her boyfriend's this Ron Gronkowski-looking motherfucker, and I was like, oh, cool.
Oh.
So if we got into a fight, I would hold my own, but I don't think I'd win.
Well, speaking of Gronk, I fucking love Gronk. The Tide Pods commercials with Gronk, dude.
Those are great.
Oh my god. I'm big and strong.
The reason we're going off on tangents on this is because we used to want to bitch for 15 minutes straight, but...
And we could.
We could. But to be totally honest, the thing about this movie is that it's... The best thing about it is Thomas Hayden Church.
I would say yes.
As Sandman. He's the best thing about it.
And that's the thing. It's like, you have Venom in a movie, and the best thing about it is Sandman. Think about that for a second. Just think real hard about that.
Also, I will say, Tom Hardy is a good choice for Venom just because
I would agree.
Because of the physicality he can bring to a role.
The physicality that you can bring to the role, because that was the thing that I didn't like about Topher Grace being Eddie Brock, because Eddie Brock, it's like, honestly, he's supposed to look more like Tom Hardy. He's supposed to be kind of a bigger dude, more cocky, kind of arrogant, and kind of a real asshole.
Yep.
In Spider-Man 3, he seems like he's Eric Foreman that put on some weight, bleached his hair, and you know what I mean? But he doesn't have that presence that Eddie Brock has. Do you know what I mean?
It felt like more of a mirror of Spider-Man.
Yes.
And I hate the fact they went that route.
I do too.
Because Eddie Brock is supposed to be,
He is everything Peter Parker isn't.
Yeah. But they almost went like, let's just do... basically, let's take Peter Parker, but let's draw a mustache on him. And
he seriously hits it's like Star Trek, like where he has like the mirror one with like he's the evil Spock goatee.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like slightly off. It's like looking into a mirror. I mean, it's like it's horrible.
Yeah, like it's. This is not Picard versus Borg.
No, this is not Resistance is futile. This is crap.
Yeah, and I think what frustrated me the most about it is that. He's making these quips like, "Oh, my spider sense is tingling," and I went, "Dumb." And I remember in the theater seeing it going, "I don't like this at all."
Yeah.
I remember seeing the reveal of Venom on Nickelodeon magazine to go ahead and take it back a little bit, and I remember thinking, "This looks like shit in the magazine. I don't want to see it on the big screen." And
well, I thought it was funny too because it's like watching it. It's because I honestly have not watched it since I saw it in the theater. That's how long it has been since I have watched Spider-Man 3. I'm like. Payphones, answering machines. My God, technology was quaint.
Right? No, like whenever I get a voicemail, I think something's wrong. Like,
shit, right?
Like, why don't you just text me?
Like, if you want to talk to me, text me. You know where to find me, dude.
Yeah,
No, it's like this is how much we don't like this movie. We can't even talk about the fucking plot because really, there's no fucking plot.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Other than Mary Jane being a bitch, Harry trying to kick Spider-Man's ass for killing his dad, which he didn't do. Let's see. There's the Sandman killed Uncle Ben, so we had to watch Uncle Ben die again.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Even though it's like it was a total accident that he actually killed him. It wasn't actually in cold blood or anything. So Spider-Man totally killed the wrong dude.
Yeah.
Hold on, what else? And then we've got Eddie getting the Venom suit because then Spidey gets the Venom suit. I gotta say, We gotta talk about emo Spider-Man. I think.
Yeah.
I think it's
I think it's
because really, if you talk about anything in Spider-Man 3, I feel like that is what we need to really super get into and discuss. I like the finger guns. I appreciate the finger guns. And the thing is, I thought it was funny for about 5 seconds.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? It's like because he's kind of like doing the strut and he's doing the finger guns and shit like that, and I kind of thought it was funny. And then it just like with the dance number and all that shit, it was too much.
Yeah.
And he had the fucking I flipped my emo hair shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my god!
Like the kid from South Park.
Yes.
Yeah, no, it is like it's
conformist.
Yeah. Well done.
Thank you.
but I think
I was a goth kid. So.
Fair enough. I think the thing that's insane about that is that, and this is me being a total. Some people say it's a nitpick. It's not, by the way. But the fact that the Venom suit isn't a suit. It is a suit. It's not something that's like a part of him. Mm-hmm. Which is always so important about the symbiote that it could just turn to a suit like that,
right?
Or whatever he really needed it to be. But no, they're just like, nope, it's a suit you can put on or put off. And I went, no, it's supposed to be like
it's a symbiote.
Yeah.
I kind of liked it like when they had the black suit because I thought that was kind of cool because it's like, because, you know, if you're an alien symbiote, you want to like, you know, ingratiate your way in.
True.
You know, you don't want to take over too fast.
Yeah.
You know, you got to take it slow.
Yeah, you got to ease in.
I mean, if you're going to become, part of another person, you really got to take that shit slow. You know, take some time to get to know each other, get some drinks, maybe chill out, go see a movie, shit like that. But I liked the way the black suit looked.
I agree.
I thought that looked great. But yeah, it was just kind of like, okay, great. And the thing is, too, it's like they really hyped Venom. And that's the important thing. Yeah, they really hyped Venom. And you only get, like, Venom proper the last 30 minutes of the movie.
Yeah, about that.
Because you have the symbiote with, Spider-Man. But that happens, actually, I think there's about an hour left in the movie when you first get the symbiote.
Correct, yeah.
You know?
And by the way, the fact that the symbiote didn't come here on a spaceship, it just kind of crashed. It just randomly was like, bloop.
We're watching Shooting Stars. Oh, look, alien symbiote.
Yeah, I was like, come on.
Okay,
like they have J. Jonah Jameson Jr. in the movie. They could have just been like, hey, I went to space. And somebody, it's such a simple line to write. Just be like, oh, hey, I was in space. And then,
didn't they go, in Spider-Man 2, it's like Mary Jane was supposed to marry the fucking astronaut, dude.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, you established there's fucking astronauts. I mean, there's like a billion ways you could have done it that would have been way better.
Yeah, and so the fact he just shows up like
Bruce Campbell as a French waiter is fantastic.
That is great. I do love Bruce Campbell. Very sad Ash vs. Evil Dead got canceled, by the way. I really like that.
It was actually hilarious, but but even Bruce said that there's only so much you can do with it.
Yeah,
which I get. It's like, and I always think it's better to go out on a high note than to like, just drag that shit on like, I don't know, like Walking Dead maybe.
Yeah. Whoa! How dare you?
Oh, dude, I dare.
That's fair. I stopped watching like 4 seasons ago.
I am pretty much invested until Rick's gone, and then once Rick's gone, I probably don't give a shit anymore.
Fair enough. What I will say about Bruce Campbell, too, is that him being in all 3 Spider-Man movies is just a fun little... I'm like, that's great. Like,
well, Sam Raimi takes care of his homies. I mean, it's like, you notice Ted's in the movie. It's like, his brother Ted. Bruce Campbell has a cameo in, every movie.
Yep.
And I like that, you know what I mean? It's like he totally takes care of Ted. And Ted actually is my favorite Raimi. Just in case you were wondering if you need a favorite Raimi, Ted is my favorite.
Fair enough.
He was on an episode of Supernatural, actually.
I do like that show. I don't watch it nearly enough, but I do enjoy it.
Well, you got like 13 seasons to catch up on, dude.
Yeah, I'm not going through all
14 starting.
God, that's
14.
That's insane to me. But,
oh yeah, well we can talk about that later.
Yeah, fair enough.
If you actually need somebody to if you need a supernatural expert or anything, I'm there for you.
Got you. But so what I will say that the Sandman effects have aged pretty well.
Actually, all the effects I thought still looked really pretty good. I mean, for a movie that came out 2006, 7-ish, around there. I mean, the effects age pretty good. I mean, even like there's parts where it's like Venom and Spider-Man, they're like falling down the building and they're fighting and stuff like that. I mean, it looks pretty decent.
2007. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm awesome.
No, it's very interesting to me how the effects look, and that's clearly where all the money went. They pumped every last bit of grain into
it wasn't the script, that's for damn sure.
Oh my god, it was not the script.
But they still had the obligatory shot of Spider-Man swinging into action in front of an American flag like they do every Spider-Man movie, and I love it.
I'm a little sad we haven't really gotten like a Captain America moment where like the American flag's behind him.
It's horseshit.
Yeah, like I want something where like,
because I mean, literally, if anybody had to have that, I mean, it's like it's kind of in his name.
Yeah, Captain America drops down on a knee, holding his shield, and Bald Eagle lands on his shoulder.
Well, that was kind of like one of the things that pissed me off about Superman Returns. And it's a stupid thing. It's super stupid. But when it's fucking Perry White was talking about truth, justice, and all that stuff. I'm like, motherfucker, we all know it's the American way. Come on, we all know that's what it is.
Oh shit! And
again, it was a stupid thing. You know what I mean? It's just like.
So I guess the one thing I would say too is. So Spider-Man, they have like a Spider-Man Day, which I'm not gonna lie, just as much as the Daily Beagle just slammed Spider-Man. I went a Spider-Man Day. I was like, okay. I'm like, that's a bit of a tough pill to swallow, but fine, whatever.
Well, especially when you got Jay Jonah, like, and he's still just harping on Spider-Man like a motherfucker. I love him so much, though.
I love him. So we've both been playing the Spider-Man PS4 game, which is amazing.
Yes, super fun.
What's cool is that when you swing around the city, there's Just the Facts with J. Jonah Jameson. And
it's like literally listening to like not I don't think as crazy as Rush Limbaugh, but it's kind of the same thing.
I'm hugging Kalani right now because that's exactly what I thought when I first heard. Yeah. I'm like, it's Rush Limbaugh, but except he just
it's like Rush Limbaugh 20 years ago.
That's fair. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Rush Limbaugh 20, like it's like he's still kind of like an asshole, but it's just like he's kind of just like going off and this and that. It's like, and that's exactly what it reminded me of. Like, and thank God you could turn that shit off because I had to for a little bit because I'm like, I can't even listen to him anymore. I can't. And because it was like, it's because the thing that's funny is because like he actually, every time you do a mission or something, he talks about basically how you fucked it up.
Yeah, and you're like, God damn it, I did like.
It's like, I saved those kids, you motherfucker!
And anytime someone calls in sick stuff for you, they go like, "Oh, they're traumatized from being saved or whatever,"
right?
And you're like, "Oh, you asshole!"
It's like, but Spider-Man totally stopped that bank robbery. Stop that bank robbery! He totally planned to stop it. It's like, okay, fuck, dude. So yeah, so basically, you can turn off the J. Jonah radio, which is great because he's just gonna talk shit about you the entire time. So yeah,
absolutely,
it's pretty funny though.
There's a point where his secretary, who's played by Elizabeth Banks,
which I fucking totally forgot.
Because I remember seeing her when they had her in Zack and Miri, and I was like, that girl's really pretty. I remember, oh my god, it's the secretary from the Spider-Man movies. That's really fucking random. So there's this whole gag where he's taking his like heart medication, and she's
his
like
blood pressure medication.
Blood pressure medication. Thank you. And she's like buzzing.
But it's like this. It's
yeah.
Like
sorry, sorry, what's it like? Well done.
Thank you. I'm proud of my sound effects.
That's good, you should be. But so the desk shakes whenever she does that, which is funny. So there's a point where he like looks at her.
Well, because he's reaching for the different medications, and every time he reaches for a different medication, she buzzes him when he hits the wrong one, and he's all like, "Ha!" You know, but he can't get stressed out.
Yeah, as you would.
Yeah.
And so when he actually gets the right bottle, she buzzes him again and says, "Drink
a lot of water."
I was like, that's great shit. The thing about this movie, I love the one action scene I really do genuinely love is there's a scene where after Mary Jane's been a bitch because Peter was gonna
been a bitch.
Because Peter was going to propose to her, Surfer Goblin, or Little Goblin, comes from fucking nowhere and just grabs Peter. And went,
that was pretty sweet.
I was like, that sucks. And there's this big fight, like, basically in the sky over... and he's trying to get his, like, ring, the ring back.
Yes!
So that scene, I genuinely love that scene.
It's a great scene until basically Harry knocks himself the fuck out and gets amnesia. For the I think that might have been the 5th time he hit himself in the fucking head. Shit.
But yeah, there's this whole scene where basically Peter takes one of those bombs, or the kind of the glider type blade things that Goblin has. I'm totally playing on the actual term of it. I should know it, but
I feel like you should because again, I'm not a big Spider-Man dude.
I know.
So.
I'm blanking, but he throws one of those bombs back, and Harry kind of like ducks it. He's like, all right, I'm cool. But Peter just set up this fucking like tripwire, and he hits his head, and hits it on like a ladder, and then like on the concrete. I went, okay, so you'd be dead.
Well, at least he took him to the hospital, though. To be fair, he did take him to the hospital. Where basically the doctor comes out, well, your friend's okay, but it looks like he's got some brain damage. And it's like, well, no shit. He's got amnesia like a motherfucker. And then the thing is, what's so funny is like he plays like Harry so menacing up to that point. Yeah. And then it's like, oh, hey, Pete, let's go get some waffles. You know, I'm just like, what the fuck is going on?
To be fair, who wouldn't want waffles, though? I mean,
well, everybody. I mean,
yeah. But I think the thing that made me laugh is because my first thought was, okay, how are they going to explain him going to the hospital, and he goes like, oh yeah, like, I can't remember anything before the accident. I was like, really? That's the best? Like, the doctor's like, hey, why are you bringing your friend in here? Why is he dressed like this? He's a
ninja?
Yeah, he was in a skiing accident. Oh.
Total skiing accident.
Oh, like, this late at night? Yeah.
It's like, I mean, that's what happens with, rich millionaire playboys, though. I mean, it's like, you go, so, get weapon grade toxins, and shit, and then you're partying down, and the supermodels hit on you, and then you knock yourself out in a costume. That's
there you go.
That's totally what happens.
Yeah, that old chestnut. And then the other action scene I really did enjoy is when Spider-Man in the black costume takes on Sandman.
That actually was really good.
In the train.
It looks, and that was one of the ones too. I was like, I don't know how that's gonna look now. It looks it holds up really good. The effects hold up good.
Yeah, no, it does. And there's that point where
but then he turns into mud.
Yeah, there's that point though where he grabs Sandman's face and puts it to the train. You see the grains of sand.
It was cool.
I was like, ooh. I was like, okay.
Well, I mean, it's not as bad as when he opens that fucking water, the water main, and washes him down the fucking sewer. No, he doesn't even drown him. He turns him into fucking mud and puts him through the sewer, and it's and he's like, oh yep, totally killed him, done. I'm like, well, okay, he's Sandman, so it's basically he dries the fuck out and he's gonna be fine. My God, you jackass. Because even I knew that, and again, I'm not a big Spider-Man dude. I'm like, no, he's probably totally fine. I mean, it's like sand. You put him in the sun, he'll probably go back together. He'll be fine.
It would have been funny showing him go through the sewage system.
Oh my God!
And he's like, ew!
He gets out the other side. He's like, oh my God! Oh God!
He's like, now it's personal, but
it's like the end of Shawshank Redemption after Tim Robbins gets through, but he's like, I fucking hate you.
Jesus,
so much.
Can we talk about the fact that Harry got killed by his own glider, and I just kind of went, okay.
Well, that's just poetic. What are you talking about? Father, son. I gotta say, that was one of my favorite scenes. That was when Peter, just being total dickbag, Spider-Man goes to see Harry after Harry miraculously gets his memory back because his dad decides to tell him, "You've taken your eyes on the prize, avenge me!" Yeah. Ah! With a nice cameo from Willem Dafoe, but I mean a little.
He probably got paid $1 million.
Dude, they better paid him some fucking bank for that.
He got at least $1 million.
At least.
They're like, all right, how long do you have? You have an hour. Okay.
Yeah, it's so Harry gets his memory back, and then he's like, all right, time to ruin Spider-Man's life, because apparently that's just everybody's goal in this movie is ruin Spider-Man's life. Because Harry's like, I'm gonna take away your girlfriend. Eddie, same thing. I'm gonna take away your girlfriend. It's like, you know what? Take her, dude, because fuck, she's really annoying.
Yeah, and
he can do better. Peter, you can do better.
And I don't think there's a point where common sense would kick in.
You think?
These two guys who don't like Peter are both coming after me at the same time. Maybe I shouldn't,
be an asshole?
Be around that might,
Well, yeah, it's but he's talking to Harry, and it's like, well, what did you do? It's like, well, I'm the one who slept with your girlfriend, blah, blah, blah. And it's and then they're fighting and stuff like that. But I did like it when, Peter basically kicks his ass. He's like, oh, little goblin, you gonna cry? I was like, oh!
Yeah, that made me... Yeah, I think what bothers me, and this is a very random reference, anytime... for those of you who watch Glee, stick with me here. I know.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna need a train to connect this time.
I got it.
All
right. Will on the show, who's Matthew Schuster, the guy who ran the Glee Club.
I was like, he's the teacher, dude.
Yeah. Whenever he would get one up on Jane Lynch, Sue, the show would always go but he should forgive her because he's the bigger person. And whenever he would forgive her or give her a chance, she would fuck him over again. I go, at what point are you just a goon and a doofus, and what point are you standing up for yourself? Right. So when Peter, rightfully so, at the Daily Bugle, when Eddie Brock, Topher Grace, is being a prick and trying to steal his job.
Well, no, he totally stole that photo that Peter had taken. He totally stole that photo and then doctored it, too, so he got the job at the Daily Planet that Peter wanted.
Daily Bugle. He said Daily Planet.
Oh, shit, sorry.
Sorry, other universe.
It's sorry, it's
Give me Man of Steel, too. Sorry.
Yes. But, so he takes the photo, though. You know what I mean? And he totally rips that off. And it's he's all yeah, totally did this. And then fucking, of course, emo Spider-Man comes in and goes, and embarrasses him, gets him fired. And, dude, and then it's like, you know, Venom's like, you ruined my life. It's like, well, you tried to ruin mine first. And that's kind of my thing, too, because it's like, it's always, it's like, the whole movie is like progressing, like, well, you did this, but you did this to me, but you did this, but you did this. Like, the whole fight with, like, fucking Harry and Peter, the whole fucking thing. It's like, but my dad loved me. He's like, no, he didn't. He thought you were a disgrace. Do you know what I mean? He was always disappointed in you. I'm like, what the shit? And then, so they're fighting, and like, and he stabbed him during this fight, too. I think that's important to know.
Yeah.
Green Goblin fucking stabbed Spider-Man, and then it's like, he throws a fucking pumpkin bomb at him, or whatever the hell it is. Spider-Man catches him, throws him in the face, and people are like, well, that was a little too far. I'm like, how is that a little too far?
Yeah.
I feel like, it's like, you fucked my girlfriend, okay?
Damn.
You talked about, like, she tastes like strawberries. Yummy, yummy, yummy. You stabbed my ass in all of this, like, in this 5 minutes, yet you throw a bomb at me, and I throw it back to you, and I'm the asshole?
You're 100% correct.
Do you know what I mean, though? It's like, that makes me the asshole. It's like, you fucking did all this, and you throw it at me, and I throw it back at you, but I'm the dick.
Yeah, and speaking of dicks, can we talk about the fact that the butler is like, I've seen many things in this house.
No, I legit thought of that episode of South Park where it's like it's Brian sells Rupert at the garage sale, and they have to go get Rupert. They have to go, I think it's like...
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, and he's got the butler when it's like he's skiing down there. Oh, Crone.
Yeah.
Crone, you're so pleasant. And it's like, and he basically is like, I've seen many things in this house that I've never spoken of. Like, and at this point, you know, he's trying to kill Peter
multiple times.
I don't even know. It's like, I don't have enough fingers to like tell you how many times he's tried to kill him at this point. It's like, yeah, and I cleaned your dad's wounds, and yeah... It's like he killed the wounds were from his own glider. And I'm like, oh, well, that would have been great information to know at the beginning.
At the end of the second movie, that would have been good.
You know, because basically Peter needs fucking his help, you know, at the end, because it's Venom and Sandman. It's like he needs his fucking help, and Harry's like, I'm not gonna help you, you killed my father. And I'm getting so fucking sick of everything being about, but you killed my father, you killed my uncle, I don't give a shit. It's like, I don't give a fuck. Could you just go to therapy and shut the fuck up about it for 5 seconds? I'm sorry.
No. God, KJ, tell us how you really feel. The thing I will say about it, though, is you're 100% right. He tries to kill him multiple times.
And again, I don't think throwing the ball back at his face is like, because it's really like, that's a really extreme reaction. I'm like, I don't feel like it's an extreme reaction to that situation.
I feel like that's if someone tries to punch you and you duck and hit them. And
yeah.
It's like, it's an instinct thing. You're like, oh, okay, I was about to get attacked. I countered.
Well, and bitch wasn't obviously getting the point. Obviously, Franco wasn't getting the point. So yeah, he had to throw it back at him. So he just shut the fuck up.
And let's also point out the fact that Peter had a chance to finish him. And
he did.
And he goes to walk away. And like a punk, can't even do it to his
face.
Like a bitch! Can't even do it to his face. Throws the bomb while his back is turned.
I hear that's a pretty common James Franco thing.
Allegedly. Cover our bases, alright? Make sure. But just wrapping this up, I mean, even the last fight scene for me between Sandman and Venom against Surfer Goblin and Spider-Man, even that just didn't work for me. And
it falls a little flat.
And the movie just ends on a whimper.
Because they kill Harry, which I was like, I thought that was fucking stupid. There was no reason you needed to kill Harry, because I guess they wanted the emotional drama.
Exactly.
You know, and I'm like, okay, it wasn't that emotional, though, because we kind of hated Harry the entire time, because you made him kind of a dick.
Yep.
You know, and it's like, but you're my friends, my best friends in the whole world. And basically it was like everything was healed by the fucking power of friendship. So Care Bears stare and there you go. It's like, it's all good. And I'm like...
Or My Little Pony.
Or My Little Pony, you know, because friendship is magic.
It is.
But...
Twilight Sparkle.
Yeah. But I can't even...
Yeah, the thing about this movie, just wrapping up, is that there is so much potential here.
Big time.
And I think that this movie just has Sandman and Goblin.
I think you're good.
I think you're good. But the problem is trying to juggle so much shit.
Well, and the thing is, too, it's like, I mean, if you have, like, even if you have a couple villains, it's totally fine, you know, because Sandman doesn't take that fucking long to explain. And, like, Goblin, I mean, he's there, so it's like, you don't really have to explain that. Venom takes some explanation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like, they literally had 40 minutes where they had, like, Venom shit. And so it's like, so you really can't explain all that, which is why I'm kind of looking forward, I'm really looking forward to Venom, but the only thing that makes me sad about Venom, and yeah, fingers crossed like a motherfucker, the thing that makes me sad, I was really bummed when it got the PG-13 rating.
I agree.
I really want it to be rated R.
I agree.
Because I think, though, it's like if you're going to do Venom, I mean, you need to do it right, and I think you need to do it proper, but if they do an R-rated one, just let it be the one with Carnage, for the love of fucking God.
The rumor is that the reason they made PG-13 is because Sony's worked out a deal to bring Venom into you.
I'm sure.
That's the rumor, and I would not.
I mean, dude, it's like, for as much money as they're getting for just having Spider-Man over there, fuck yeah, I'd be like, you want Tom Hardy as Venom? Pay me, bitches.
Tom Hardy said he wants to fight. Oh god, why am I blanking on his name? Tom Holland. And I went, you know what? I like, it's fucked up. I kind of want to see Tom Holland get clotheslined by Tom Hardy as Venom. Like,
is it wrong that I want to see that too?
Yeah, the Battle of the Toms.
So many Toms. Too many Toms. There's all, like, so basically it's like, basically there's like too many Chris's and too many Toms. Yeah. Now it's like, that's the problem. It's like they've got surplus Chris's, in the MCU. Now they're going to have surplus Toms because you've got Hiddleston, you've got, Holland, and now if they're going to have Hardy. Oh my god, they're all THs. They're all Tom H's.
If you bring Tom Hanks
in. They gotta bring Tom Hanks. It's obviously that's the next one. I didn't realize they all had last names that started with H. I knew they were all Toms, but it's like, these are the Toms I know, these are the Toms I know.
Who do you have Tom? Oh my god, Tom Hanks. Who did I have Tom Hanks?
Tom Hanks,
Oh god, I'm like thinking about it.
Actually, if you did want to bring in the Lizard, Tom Hanks would be a pretty great Doc Connors.
I would love that, actually.
Because he'd be kind of delightful, and because Tom Hanks can be kind of psycho when he wants to be.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, but so we need some more Tom H's.
Okay, you know what? Him as a Lizard, I like that actually.
Yeah.
I really like that. Huh.
You did see he's doing a Mr. Rogers biopic, right?
I did.
It's kind of creepy. He kind of looks like Mr. Rogers, which kind of scared me.
He does. Like, we're gonna have to review Won't You Be My Neighbor on your guys' channel, because that, I'm telling you, you need to watch it. It's just, it's.
I cried, dude.
I'm just saying.
I cried a lot.
But
a lot.
What I will just say, just wrapping up, it's a very big missed opportunity. I think that's what's so infuriating about it.
Well, I think that was the problem too, because it was like, because you had Spider-Man 1, which was actually very well shaped, very good, very super fun.
Yep.
Spider-Man 2, if you talk to a lot of people will tell you their penultimate superhero movie is Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man 2 was bigger in scope. It had more shit going on. There was cooler shit. It was great. Spider-Man 2 was fucking great.
Yep.
After Spider-Man 2, to have a movie like Spider-Man 3 is what you gave us after having those two, honestly, you can fuck yourself. Like, you can fuck yourself hard, because, my god, it was such a drop ball.
Yeah, and I mentioned a couple things I like about it, but it almost makes me hate the other stuff more.
Yeah,
like there was good stuff there, so they clearly are on the right track at some point,
right?
And they
were just like, fuck it.
Yeah, they're like, that's going too well. Let's take it that way. So I almost have to give this to Go Fuck Yourself.
I give it a Go Fuck Yourself.
Like by default, because I love the suit. Like, that's another thing. I love the way the suit looks in here. And then when I see it just being wasted, it's like, well, god damn it.
And I think that was the biggest problem. With the Venom, it was a waste of Venom in a film, period. It was like, there was no fucking reason for Venom to be there. It's like, you couldn't establish who he was, like, get Eddie in there. Because that was my thing, too. I'm like, okay, you have to establish Eddie Brock.
Yep.
You have to establish the fucking symbiote. Yep. You have to establish Venom. And then basically put all of this shit together. And then you have to have, like, him merge with Spider-Man. And then you have to have basically him merge with Eddie. And then it's like, I'm like, there's no fucking way. There's no way you can do it. Yep. And there's two other villains. There's no fucking way.
Yeah, it's a bummer.
It definitely gets to Go Fuck Yourself for me. It's like, if that is your rating system, then yes, Go Fuck Yourself would be my rating for Spider-Man 3.
That's the lowest ring of hell.
I feel like, too, that's exactly how I felt when the movie was over. I was like, oh, you can go fuck yourself. No, I was mad, because like I said, I loved Spider-Man 2. I thought Spider-Man 2 was fucking phenomenal. And then it's like, I'm like, so Spider-Man 3 can't be that bad, man. It's like, dude, if Spider-Man was good, Spider-Man 2 I fucking loved.
Yep.
Spider-Man 3 cannot be that bad. And I was like, I am very insulted right now.
The Amazing Spider-Man 2 falls in the same ring of hell for me.
I haven't seen The Amazing Spider-Man 2. I saw the first one, and the thing is, what bummed me out about those is, like, you could tell Andrew Garfield was so fucking happy to be Spider-Man.
He was
like,
over the moon.
he was excited as
Yep.
hell, and they made him a fucking mopey bitch. And it's like, and we talk about it, Peter Parker, it's like, he's got adversity, he's got shit that happens to him, but he's not a pessimist, and he's not mopey. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, and they made him a skateboarding emo pessimist.
Yep.
I'm like, how? I mean,
No,
at least they have to bang Emma Stone, I guess.
Yeah, I mean,
That's bright side.
yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I don't see how you could be banging Emma Stone and not be happier.
It's true.
You know what I mean? Just, but what do I know?
Nah.
But what I will say heading into Venom is I think I'll at least give it a C. I think that's kind of going in. I think that's the floor for me. I think I'll land at least there.
I feel like that too. I feel like it's like, well, one thing about Tom Hardy is not going to like put time into something that he doesn't care about.
True.
You know what I mean? Because the thing is, like, at this point, he can pretty much do what he wants because he's Tom fucking Hardy. It's like, and he really he wanted Venom to happen, and he pushed for Venom to happen. You know, so it's like, so I'm hoping that it's like, I mean, if I am honestly just entertained and it's not totally fucking stupid,
Yeah.
I think I'm fine. I mean, really, it's like, after watching this, I could probably go into Venom and give it a fucking A because it's not Spider-Man 3 at this point.
That's the thing. I don't think that my rate will be affected because I think Spider-Man 3 will be fresh in my mind.
Yeah.
So I'll go, oh, okay, as long as I get a Venom that actually fights like Venom.
It's like, it's not Topher Grace.
Yeah, so you know, and I also get to know Eddie Brock this time around, which,
Yeah.
you know, concept.
Which is important for fucking Venom.
Yeah, so I don't know.
But I also do like in the commercials too, though. It's like, I like the fact that he's like, he talks like Venom talks. Because that was the thing too that bugged the shit out of me. Because the thing is, it's like, it's we are. There's
Yeah.
not an Eddie and there's not a symbiote. I mean, it's like, we are Venom and we can do what we want. We can do this. We can do that. It's like, they're not separate entities that talk to each other.
Yeah.
They are one entity that basically is like, no, we can do this. It's like they had I think it was an Adult Swim that I saw it. They have it's like instead of an Alexa, it's called the Venom. Have you seen this?
No, I have not.
And it's like so there's guys playing like his video games. He's like, hey Venom, what are we supposed to do today? Today we do whatever we want. And like shit like that. It's like, but oh my god, it's so fucking funny though.
Okay.
You'll have to check it out. It's like, I'm sure it's online somewhere, but it's like the Venom instead of an Alexa or some shit.
I think I'll end up giving it. I think I'll be in that B minus range.
Even if it's like, for me, if it's like the B minus, that would actually be fine for me.
I agree. Because the thing is, I don't expect everything to just like make
No.
me go like, but as long as I'm just not angry, because I was sitting there rewatching this, and I was just sitting there,
I was angry.
and I was like, I really do hate this. Like,
I really hate this movie, yeah.
and it really bummed me out. I thought, it's been 12 years. I went, I'll be easier on it. I was like, I think I hate this even more. Than
No, I feel like I'm angrier watching it 12 years later than I was when I originally saw it. Does that make sense?
No, because, I mean, I think part of that is, too, that we've had, stuff like Wonder Woman and Black Panther. And stuff
We've
like,
had amazing
like,
superhero movies come out.
So the bar is, like, definitely
lot
higher.
higher.
But at the same time, I go, so much of this read through the script and went, we need to change some shit.
Yeah.
Even back then. And no one did, and damn it. So.
Yeah.
But, hey, I'm happy Sam Raimi at least got paid.
Oh, totally. Sam Raimi deserves pretty things, and so does Ted.
Yeah.
Go Ted.
So
Love you, Ted.
So, there you go. But, guys, do you have any terrible memories of Spider-Man 3?
Please share. We want to hear them because we want to just share our pain.
Are you guys reviewing Venom next week?
I believe we are,
Okay.
but it's like, currently OJ is actually at a Juice Priest concert right now.
We love you.
so-
We love you, OJ.
Love you, Juice.
So, just say if you guys need help reviewing it, please let me know.
Well, I think we could probably arrange something. You know?
Hey.
Yeah.
We will definitely be reviewing Venom next week. Something else comes up. Oh, Star is Born. That's the other thing we'll be reviewing.
That looks
I hope it's
heartbreaking. And the Dave Chappelle thing is still kind of freaking me out, though, because I did not realize. I had seen the trailer, I don't even know how many times,
Yeah.
and there's that dude that's talking to Bradley Cooper. It's like, I saw you with her, and it looked like you were you. And I'm like... And it took me like a couple times. I'm like, is that fucking Dave Chappelle?
Right.
You know, because it's like he's kind of doing that whole old timey like, I'm that black elder statesman dude.
Like the Whitehall Gender. From
Yeah,
movie.
exactly.
Yeah.
And it's like, are they putting you in a Tyler Perry movie here soon?
Oh god.
Dave Chappelle would never
He
fucking
would not.
do it. He'd never fucking do it.
Chappelle knows too many rappers.
Oh, he'd never fucking do it. I mean, the thing is, it's like, because I mean, I'm sure that he has very strong opinions about Tyler Perry. So,
I would imagine so.
Yeah, it's like he's got Chappelle show money still. He doesn't need to fucking fuck with Tyler Perry at all.
Yeah,
Chappelle Show.
We might watch Chappelle Show later, what's your guys' Twitter? Remind me. Tell the people.
Oh, ours is KJ and OJ, and that is spelled out KJANDOJ.
Oh, classy.
Yeah, well, it's simple. We're short.
And then how can they find you on SoundCloud?
If you want to find us on SoundCloud, we are actually on the fly with KJ and OJ. You can go ahead and find us there. And then I think it's just if you look for KJ and OJ, again, spelled out, you can find us on SoundCloud that way.
Boom.
Yep.
You can follow The Real Pineapple here. You can follow us on SoundCloud, iTunes, and Google Play Music at The Real Pineapple, right?
Fancy.
I know, we try. You can follow... also, if you are a film critic, you can find my reviews on the Nevada... Film Cinema Board, so go ahead and go there, right? You can go and like us at The Real Pineapple on Facebook. Follow our buddy Colin on the Twitter. Colin, I miss you, buddy. At The Real RELL O'Neill. And you can follow Scott on Twitter at Nearman the First, and follow yours truly on the Twitter at JHunterRealPineapple. Guys, thank you so much for listening. KJ, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me again.
We'll catch you guys soon. Take care.